I often get asked why you should use Alokai when you could vibe code a storefront from scratch in a day. The answer is not so simple. That's why our CTO wrote a whole ebook about it. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief summary of it and show you how Alokai rides the wave of AI to help you ship fast and securely. The starting question is reasonable, given the current state of coding agents. They are really good. People can do things in one evening that a few years ago required a whole team working for a month. Designs can be generated with Figma or Claude Design. Then coding agents can turn those designs into live demo in minutes. Alternatively, solutions like Lovable or Base44 handle everything for you. The promise is that you no longer need developers to build apps. But there's a catch. Or there are actually multiple catches. So let's break them down. The first catch is what we call the vibe coding trap. If you take an AI tool and point it at a messy enterprise-scale codebase and just let it run, it might produce code that looks right but completely falls apart under a real traffic. In fact, almost half of all AI-written code ships with security flaws. And 1 in 5 companies using AI-generated code has already suffered a serious breach. Alokai provides strong fundamentals to build upon. It also provides guardrails for AI, ensuring it builds from battle-tested parts instead of reinventing the wheel every time. Now let me show you how AI performs without and with Alokai AI Toolkit. Here's a standard product details page where pickup information is hard-coded. I want it to be dynamic based on the data fetched from the backend. Let's see how Claude Code handles this task without the support of Alokai AI Toolkit. On screen you can see the real execution time. In the end, it took almost 6 minutes. Unfortunately, Claude Code made some mistakes and the feature doesn't work correctly. It would require some follow-up discussion with Claude or some manual debugging. Instead, let's see how many tokens has this task already used. It's around 60,000 tokens, which stands for 31% of the context window. Now let's install Alokai AI Toolkit and measure the difference. After installing AI Toolkit, let's use the same starting point as previously. I'll use the exact same prompt as previously and measure the time again. It's less than 3 minutes now, but let's see if it works correctly. The text has changed here, but let's see another product to prove that the data is dynamic. Lastly, let's compare the token usage. In this case, we have used less than 40,000 tokens. AI Toolkit not only allowed delivering a working solution faster, but also cut the costs by 1/3. The second catch? A storefront doesn't have to crash to lose you money. It just has to drift. We call this death by 1,000 cuts. Maybe it's a component that loads just a fraction of a second slower, or a tiny error that quietly messes up cart totals. But look at the math. A 100 millisecond delay can slash purchases by 7%. On a $100 million storefront, just a 2-point drop in conversion means $50 million in lost revenue. That's why Alokai continuously monitors and analyzes the health of your e-commerce with Commerce Intelligence. It's worth mentioning that Commerce Intelligence not only reports problems, but it also prepares the fixes on its own. Let me show you how it works in practice. Here's Alokai console, and from here I go to e-commerce monitor to see the performance of my e-commerce. I see there are a couple of issues found. Let me ask AI to fix the ones related to accessibility. When the fix is ready, I can review the pull request. I can suggest changes or merge to trigger the automatic deployment. LLMs are definitely getting smarter, making fewer mistakes, but the real problem lies in the process itself. With AI accelerating development, we release software faster than ever, and features are shipped in massive batches. The bottleneck? Code review. This leads to rushed poor quality reviews and insufficient testing. Subtle flaws slip through unnoticed, building up over time like a snowball. Eventually, this accumulation can lead to an explosion of hard-to-track bugs. Alokai's fundamentals, skills architecture, and commerce intelligence mitigate these issues. But the primary solution here is the Alokai Code Reviewer. It is a bot that automatically does a thorough code review on each pull request. Beyond standard review, it checks the compliance with Alokai best practices. It not only suggests changes, but also shows the business impact. AI is good at coding, but the code isn't everything. For enterprise e-commerce, you need a solid infrastructure, a robust monitoring setup, and a dedicated DevOps team. While AI can certainly assist in building this foundation, you still require in-house expertise to evaluate, monitor, and maintain it properly. This is where Alokai comes in. As a front-end as a service, Alokai removes the burden of infrastructure entirely. Because it's a unified platform, all the pieces are pre-integrated to work seamlessly together. Despite the incredible speed of AI, it lacks critical thinking and independent judgment, meaning that a strong human governance is a must. This is where Alokai support and professional services provide invaluable assistance, giving clients the critical knowledge, deep experience, and necessary assurance to succeed. To sum it up, how do we get the incredible speed of AI without the risks? It comes down to the 80-20 rule. On a real commerce project, 80% of a developer's day is just plumbing, wiring integration, setting up boilerplate, and fixing typos. The other 20% is the actual value, deciding what to build and designing how it should feel. The Alokai philosophy is that the AI should do the 80%, but only on a solid foundation, designed specifically for it. To make that happen safely, you need 3 pillars. Pillar 1 is the foundation. These are the enterprise-grade building blocks the AI never has to invent, so it doesn't have to guess how to query your catalog or build a button. Pillar 2 is work, which means using a skill-based architecture instead of giving the AI a blank prompt where it can hallucinate. The AI uses named and versioned skills that follow your team's exact patterns. We even have a clarification skill. If a request is vague, the AI actually pauses to ask targeted questions before it builds. Pillar 3 is quality, enforced by an evals agent. Before any human reviewer even sees the code, the evals agent automatically scores the output on functional integrity, structural compliance, and engineering excellence. If it doesn't meet the standard, it gets routed right back to the AI to try again. This 3-pillar approach ensures that you harness the full speed of AI without sacrificing the security and quality of your storefront. If you want to try this in practice, run a POC with Alokai and see the difference yourself. Pick a small part of your scope and measure the implementation time and quality, with and without Alokai. See you at alokai.com.